Hello guys, my name is Chico Lopez. Let's talk about the real American Pit Bull Terrier. Folks, I'm very happy to make this video today. We're going to go through a blend of different amazing information that is going to help youngsters that are 17 years old, 15 years old to make decisions in the future. Because buying your dog is a decision for a lifetime. Really, if you are the type of person that loves dogs, buying your dog is not going to be like some simple people do. Go to the pound, pick up somebody's leftovers. For those people that buying a dog is like science, then this is going to be the channel you're looking for. For that person that wants to get their dog that will be an inspiration for his son, for his daughter, to learn how to be relentless, this is your channel. First of all, let me say thank you very much for everyone out there that's coming back to the channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the great comments. Thank you for what you are writing in those comments. Keep doing it, keep supporting, keep telling the world that for you guys that have been going for years looking for an American Pit Bull Terrier and you found us, thank you. If you're new to the channel, do something smart. Subscribe, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit that little bell icon if you're watching this on YouTube, and make sure that you get the notification for the new videos. Let me get a sip of my coffee. As always, I'm going to give you a tour on what I'm drinking. I'm drinking some fresh coffee. Actually, it's fresh, but it's cold. We make it a cold coffee. All right, that's Champion Awesome Buck. That's a beautiful animal. I'm going to push it a little closer so you can see this animal right here. That's Champion Awesome Buck. This is how he walked every single day. You see that beautiful tail? My dogs have that. See this beautiful dog right there? Many people try to imitate that. All right? Many people make a living by imitating Chico Lopez. A lot of people out there says, oh, I used to be a partner, or, his dogs are like my dogs, or, my bloodline, it's like Chico's bloodline. That'll be like something saying, I'm from Argentina, so I'm related to Messi. Or somebody saying I'm from the United States, Afro-American, so I'm as good as Mike Tyson when I punch, or I can jump like Michael Jordan. That's not how the world works. Folks, this is the thing. I'm going to talk today about, I want to go through different things. So watch the video all the way to the end. It's going to be very interesting. Sit down, watch it, pay attention. I want to say thank you very much first. I want to say thank you very much because you're probably watching this video because you went to a place where I have workers working for me relentlessly. Relentlessly. I have employees that does not get paid from me and will never get paid from me. And you're wondering, Chico, how is it that you're getting employees that are working for you for free? You know how this works is it's so funny. A lot of people get mad with the haters. I don't. Haters are a blessing for me. They're a byproduct of my success. I have a lot of success and they're a byproduct of my success. So this is what's going on lately, right? I'm getting a call from somebody saying, hey, Chico Lopez, whatever, I'm watching your channels. And I go through an interview and I said, can you please tell me a little bit about how you discovered me and how you found me? And some of these guys say, I was looking for an American Pit Bull Terrier and I went through some forums and stuff like that. And I saw people were just hating on this guy. And I saw the amount of hate from a few guys going back and forth. Somehow, I decided just to Google Chico Lopez, or there was a link. And then I saw your channels. I saw your dogs. And I discovered the most amazing real American Pit Bull Terriers in the world. This is so amazing. You haters that are watching this, understand how people make memes about me and stuff like that. They bringing me business. It's really a blessing. And you know what? I haven't paid you a dime and I never will. And let me get that out of the way. This is a real successful man. Real successful man. So now we're going to talk about a series of calls that I get sometimes. I get the calls all of a sudden from a bunch of people that are educated and great people. They call me on the phone. They're very educated, very polite. I said, why will I get a cluster of great people calling me? They qualify and they will buy a dog today, or they'll buy a dog in a few months from now, or they'll put a deposit. And they go through the process and stuff like that. It's all great. But once in a while, I'll get a cluster of, dogs and people that call me. And it's because the way the internet works, you know, they put my number and a whole bunch of dogs call me, so I take the calls, whatever. You know, and then they quickly get blocked, the numbers get blocked, the whole thing, so they'll have a little second of glory, and then after that it's gone. So, but why do I make these videos? Not to tell you the story. The reason why I'm telling you this story is because as an educator, as a leader, I have discovered that it's a group of people that I feel bad for. I feel really bad for a group of people. And this group of people that I feel bad for is people that are educated, they're financially stable, they're really not bad people, but they're being lied to. They went into the normal process of that anybody will go to. They went through the same pressure that I went through when I got into the dogs. And I say this story in some of my videos. You know, I got into the dogs, I bought the best puppies that I could have purchased from anybody, and I was doing phenomenal. I was doing great with these puppies, you know, raising them, and all of a sudden, you know, the word gets around, you know, Chico got some dogs. This was in New York at the Bronx back in 1993, 94, 95, and then the people start coming in. It's like, hey, very nice puppies, how they bred, how much you pay for them? And they start bringing me dog food once in a while, and bring me some plastic bags and some cleaning equipment, and can I help you clean the dogs for one day or two? That's how they come in, you know. And then they'll come in. There was no internet at the time. There was no Facebook at all. There was not even computers, not even personal computers, no telephones. You know, at the time the telephone was a big box, you know, you carry with you. And so they'll come in and they'll say, whenever you breed those two puppies, one is for me, as you know, as a friend, you know, you just give it to me, right? So that was the spirit they had. And so I started thinking, I said, why did I get in the dogs? I get in the dogs because I really like that dog right there in the kennel. I bought it, I paid $3,000 for it. And I paid $3,500 for that one, I paid $1,000 for that one, I paid $2,500 for that one. But none of them are exactly what I'm looking for. They came from the very best men of that area, okay? Yet none of them were exactly the very best. One was not better than the other. Not like today, like if somebody called Chico Lopez at 281-226-0370, the person can actually get that puppy and say, I got one of the best American Pit Bull Terriers on earth. In other words, you have a breeder that's breeding dogs for 40 years, for 30 years, and he's the master of breeders in America, selling dogs to everybody. That poor man never had a dog as good as my brand new rookie client that calls me and get a puppy for me, period. I mean, I feel bad even for some of the guys that I know personally, dogmen, 20, 30 years in the dogs. And I've been watching them, I've been knowing of them for 20, 30 years. And they suffer. They go from one bloodline to the next bloodline to the next bloodline. You know how these dogs call that? They say, yeah, what kind of bloodline you running? What kind of bloodline am I running? I ain't running any bloodline. I made my own bloodline. From the very beginning, I knew exactly what I wanted. Today we posted a picture and the dogs, they look the same. 25 years ago, my dogs had the same weight, same shape. Today, they look stronger. And just like my friend VA from Southern Kennel said, Chico, you took the Mayday dogs, you made them better. That's right, you made them better. It's a whole script about how Chico Lopez made the whole entire bloodline of Mayday dogs, and I made them better, written by the man that owned Mayday himself, not by some guy. I got Mayday dogs. Mayday dogs. You do? Pedigree? Is that what you have, pedigree? You don't have Mayday dogs, you have a fantasy. So anyhow, the thing about it is, what I was telling about the guys that call me, you know, yesterday was a funny day because I'm getting calls and I'm talking to one guy and then another guy calls me and they all have the same syndrome. They all have these conditions. They're all smart people. They're all intelligent. They have 5 to 10 years in the dogs. They already have the bad habit to call themselves dogmen. They all have this idea that they want to preserve the breed. And the process of preserving the breed is breeding what they think is the best. And they already have some mutts, which they don't know these dogs are mutts until, you know, conversating and I find out exactly what kind of dogs they have. And they actually say, well, what do you think? I say, I think it's garbage. I think it's just a dog, as good as the neighbor's German Shepherd. They're like, oh my God. And they respect me, right? And so they were lost. And then I feel bad about them because I'm not going to be able to sell them anything because they already have dogs. I'm not going to be able to sell them anything because they already have the wrong culture of being a breeder. So why will it be the right culture? And I don't know if there's a solution to that, to be honest with you. They will literally have to get rid of all the dogs they have, and they will have to start brand new and say, I want to have these. Just like some of my clients. They call me and say, I've been studying your videos for the last 3 years. I've been knowing about you for the last 15 years. I used to be a young boy, 15-year-old boy, when I started seeing you. I remember open house or whatever. And now I know who you are. I know your standards. And, I just bought my house. And I make sure that I bought my house with 2 acres. I had a plan in my life. And my plan in my life was to have my job, my wife, children, and have dogs from Chico Lopez and Chico Lopez only. And I want to have 3 to 4 dogs. I want to breed these dogs to your standards. Keep them all if possible. And then leave these dogs to my children, to my great-grandchildren, 2 generations. That's a perfect client. That is exactly, you out there, I'm looking for you. You need my dogs, and I need you as a client. You understand? So, but how can I help you? So the guys, they already contaminated their heads on forums. Their best friends and the people that gave them advice are losers just like them. How can I help them? I have no idea. It'll have to be like, winners know how to reinvent themselves. You know what I'm saying? They will literally have to come to the conclusion and say, well, I'm not going to be a great dogman because in America, where they're usually from America, there's no path. There is no strong ecosystem for someone to become a great dogman. Wake up. Doggers, you have no chance. No chance to become great dogmen. Let me just tell you this. You're far away from being a dogman. And there's no chance. The only chance you have, which is actually better than being a dogman, is the ownership of the dog. So for everyone out there, again, the masterpiece is to own one of my dogs. Really, that is the very best that can happen to you. The other option is you breeding dogs and keeping dogs and being part of the problem and having dogs from like show people. Have you ever seen a dog from show people, the people that show dogs? They're really lost. They really don't even know what a real American Pit Bull looks like. Some of them, they still look at the pictures of dogs from the 1950s and 1960s and they want to imitate those dogs. No idea. Many of these judges have no idea what a real American Pit Bull Terrier looks like. Some guys say, well, this guy is a dogman of the year. Excuse me? What? Just because somebody told you that? Is that right? Guys, the American Pit Bull Terrier is a very complex topic. There's a beautiful thing about it. And the most beautiful thing about the American Pit Bull Terrier, it can be condensated on one single word. It's actually hitting the summit, getting to the top of the mountain, is owning the dog. That is the top of the mountain. Because you start to enjoy these things. You start to enjoy the fact that you own the very best. There's a feeling of fulfillment that you say, I own the very best dogs in the world. That's a very, very, very powerful feeling. Just stop for a second and think. You cannot do that right now. You don't have one of my dogs. So you don't have that feeling because, you call me, you want to have something from me so you can mix it with your failing. You have a failing bloodline and you want to mix it. I have this mud and I want to make it better. If I add your bloodline, I think it will be great. You already have a problem. You want to take my great stuff and put it with yours, you can't do that. But let's say somebody, just a regular doctor, an engineer, or a superstar, a Hollywood guy, or an athletic person calls me and buys a dog from me. Automatically, this guy got bingo, the best. So what we're talking about here is winning. How can you win by owning the right American Pit Bull Terrier? How can you win? You know how you win? By owning it. That's how you win. And so you own this beautiful puppy, this beautiful dog, and then you see it grow. You see it develop. Just come to my Instagram and you'll see the guys that actually own my dogs. Look at their smiles. Look at their happiness. Look at their pictures. Look at their joy. Look at their comments. It's a uniform, consistent way of talking. Am I correct? Right? They're consistent, all of them, right or wrong. And they all have the same thing, We love Chico Lopez dogs. We like them. They put the videos, they put the pictures. The dogs look alike. Everything is perfect. They don't have to get their hands dirty by hanging around with the guys from the swamp. Oh yeah, I know this dog, man. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah, he did 10 years in jail, and he killed somebody, and you know, yeah. And then I have another delusional guy that has some dog from 40, 50 years, and he's the best guy in the world, but he never did anything. There are some guys, you know, there was a guy that wrote something, and somebody sent me a clip. It says, the best dogs are in the hands of the people that are so low-key, and nobody really know about them, and they breed these dogs. Is that right? How could someone be the best without performing? If you perform, you can go under a rock and people will find you. How do you think people come and find me? Because my performance, my numbers, I'm very proud of them. Of course, I'm a retired dogman, but I'll always be a dogman at heart. Okay, I'll always be a person. I have an amazing eye for picking up a dog. Amazing. Never seen anything like it. And then today what I'm doing is just writing books and instructing people on how to make the right decisions. I give you a scenario. I told you it was going to be a blend, so I'm giving you a whole bunch of ideas about how to make and how to find happiness in the real American Pit Bull Terrier. Some of you guys watching this video already have a dog that, you know, oh, my dog just looks like yours, or my dog behaves very well, or my dog is a dog that, you know, is good with children. But then you see the same guy in the news later and has a problem because the dog beat the child or something. So you must understand something clearly, you know, that whenever you have a complete dog, the complete dog has everything. I have a friend of mine from Peru sent me a picture, right? And this picture had a known dog champion from the past. And then he says, this dog has, I think he says the history. Another one in the bottom was the nanny dog. Another one was the show dog. And another one was the fake dog. And he had a bully. And I look at that and I said, that's very sad. You need 3 dogs to make a little bit of what is one of my dogs. And he said, what do you mean? I said, I can show you a picture of Awesome Buck being the warrior, the amazing dog, even better than the dog that's in the picture. I can show you a picture of Awesome Buck being the nanny dog, which is better than the dog that shows he is more loving. I can do the same with the Bagman. And I can show you a picture of that dog also being the beautiful, most beautiful dog than the beauty dog that you show. So he's the warrior, he's the nanny dog, he's the gray dog, and he's the beautiful dog. All of them in one dog. But then the beautiful thing of it is that I can show you that all these dogs that I just told you about, they're all related among themselves. And they all have one thing in common. The last name, Lopez. Chico Lopez. That's the thing is in common in all these dogs. That means consistency. That means the eye. This eye right here, boom! Knowledge was in between these 2 ears. What this eye has seen when these men travel around the world, move from continent to continent, travel from one place to another place and show up. No te oigo, Chilindrina. The man that created the bloodline. You know, I get so inspired by these things. I just wish that when I started in the dogs, I meet you in the camera. I just went over, I bought 10 dogs, 20 dogs, one shot. I will be happy. Unfortunately, for me, that's not my story. I had to create them. Fortunately for you, you found me. And you can get those dogs directly from me. You can compare me with anyone. I challenge you. Go around all the internet. Look for anybody that's as good as me. You don't find it. Not in the breed. Number 1, judge open clubs around the world. Not just visit it, take pictures. No, open clubs. Go and open clubs. Put money. Boom, boom, boom. I want to open this club here. Promote people. Leave leaders. Change the culture. Teach people. Look at this channel. Look around these videos. Lots of information. Soon I will be coming with some videos where I'm actually showing you dogs. I don't show many of the dogs. You know what? Come on and show you a lot of the dogs. Because the pictures already, if you go to the page, 123pitbulls.com, you're going to see a lot of pictures. There's a lot of pictures. Books carry pictures. By the way, talking about books, big round of applause. Woo! My wife is writing her first book. It's going to be amazing. amazing. It's gonna have my last name on it. It better be amazing, you know. So my wife is writing cheers for her, writing the first book. So my books are already in the writing. And why are we doing this? We're doing this because we're spreading the truth through performance, through facts, through history, through legacy. But why is it Chico showing so much of the videos, you know, in his videos? I'm gonna make a video of pictures. I'm gonna have, this is the next mission. After you see this video, go to the next video. The next video you see, it's gonna have pictures of my dogs. Boom, 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 and I'm gonna get that out of the way, right? But the culture, it was always the most important part. So there are 5 things that I discovered. For the first part of my life, I discovered 3 things that were important. I'm gonna go decent because there are some qualities of leaders that these are uncommon qualities of uncommon leaders. There are common qualities and uncommon leaders. One of them is the loveliest. I am the loveliest. I always gonna love you for the same reason. And then you have the other ones, the pragmatic. I am very pragmatic. If it's not the best, I don't want it. Pragmatic, pragmatic, pragmatic. It's not practical, only the best. So when it comes to the dogs, I'm gonna show you that. So these 3 things that I had first, right? One of them is genetics, and that's why you came to the channel. You came looking for the American Pit Bull Terrier, for the rest of the American Pit Bull. You found it. You can compare it to anything up there. There's nothing. I give you a collection. Let's say somebody buys a puppy from me right now, and the father is Awesome Mayday. Awesome Mayday came from Awesome Buck, bred to Ciega the Great. Do I have to say anything else? There's nothing in America, in Europe, and Asia better than that. And then bred to a daughter of the Bagman, bred to a daughter of Awesome, of Mechanic Buck, bred to a daughter of Atos, Champion Atos. All these great things. One place, one man, put them together. Not 1,000 men, not a forum full of guys. Take a look, let me try this, let me mix this. You know, I tell you something, you know, whenever you see somebody says, oh, my dog has a little bit of this bloodline, a little bit of that bloodline, a little bit, that's a problem. That's a problem. Too many standards, too many standards. One guy is like from 1 to 10, a 5. Another guy is from 1 to 10, a 4. Another one might be a 9. Another one might be a 7. Why we don't get all the dogs 8, 9, 7, 10, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10 on everything. 8, 9, 10, why not? 8, 9, 10. You look at the pedigree. This guy dog is a 9. This guy is a dog. This is a 7. This is an 8. This is a 9. Consistency. I can make this video very long, guys, but I'm gonna make it in Spanish, so I'm gonna have to go. Conversations with Chico Lopez. Technology. You could be anywhere in the United States right now and you're watching this video. You could be anywhere in the world you're watching this video. Take a look at what my clients, my guys, they are my family, they are my friends. So I've got some guy call me and say, hey man, I need some help. You know, you can help me in conditioning and some advice on my dogs. Can't do that. Can't do that. It will be totally unfair. I will only give personal advice to those people that did business with me. It's not personal, it's business. It's not personal, it's only business. They did business with me, they're getting my attention. They're getting my support. It's as simple. What should I help you didn't do business with me? Oh, you didn't qualify. But you didn't qualify, then I don't want to help you in your enterprise, and you didn't qualify. That'll be something that I don't agree with and I don't want to go with. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to other guys that come in and says, I'm looking for a little bit of this bloodline and a little bit of that bloodline. Does anybody have anything anywhere? When you say anybody, you must understand on anything, most people are not qualified to be great. Anybody means mediocrity. Anyone means mediocrity. Greatness and excellence is on a specialty. So for you guys that are smart, you're watching this video and want to grow and have tremendous amount of success and enjoy the ability of having a great dog, this is the channel, these are the dogs. Now, how do I buy a dog? Look, we will have to qualify to make sure, qualify you and make sure that you are the right person who runs the business. Let's suppose you're a kennel. Let's suppose you're a breeder or you want to become a breeder, automatically, you're not qualified. Oh, you're a dog man. Okay, I hear that. You don't qualify. So who qualifies? It qualifies someone that is that has integrity, is honest, have a word, has character, has infrastructure, is smart, has common sense, has money, which is a financial part, and is willing to learn and is willing to love and care for that dog. And he's not looking to anything else but just have, someone that sees himself as the best. See, when you are the best, you want to have the best dog. There are some people that might look at this video and say, this guy is crazy. Why so much emphasis on a dog? He's just a dog. This is not your channel. This is not your dog. But there are some people just like me that are crazy about the dog. For that person that loves the dog and loves the American Pit Bull Terrier, someone that wouldn't have no other breed, you need to call me. You will not find somebody in any other bloodline, any other breed, crazy as I am about quality and excellence. And he recalls that because the American Pit Bull Terrier is worth that much. I am worth that much, and I'm pretty sure the client that comes to me is worth that much. Thank you very much for watching this video, folks. God bless you. You're doing extremely well. You're coming to the channel. You're learning. You're taking notes. You're going out there. You're comparing my work with other people's work. You keep coming back to the channel because you know we have great stuff here. When you're ready to make that decision, you're ready to get the dog, I'm going to make you happy. We're going to put the finest animal, a thoroughbred American Pit Bull Terrier in your home, that you can let your children play with it and you can walk to the park. When you walk with the dog in the street, you're going to have a lot of attention coming to you. A lot of people are going to try to pet that dog and play with the dog. You'll have your best friend. And then you can say, proudly, I got a dog directly from Chico Lopez. This button is going to shut off this telephone and this video. God bless you. 123pitbulls.com.